YouTube, what is up, guys? I am doing 5 skateboarding tricks before you can ollie, okay? And this video has been done a million times on the internet. I watched a few and I felt like some of them didn't deal with the tricks that you can just learn straight from beginners, like really easy tricks, because skateboarding is really difficult, and to learn how to ollie, it's a journey sometimes. So having little progression points up to that point is very important. It keeps you psyched. So if you have begun skateboarding and you can't ollie yet, try these tricks to kind of give you some self-esteem boosts on your way to learn how to ollie. And by the time you're done doing all these tricks, your board control is going to be a little better, and you're going to feel a little more confident, I like to think. So here you go. We're going to go through 5 super easy tricks that you can do if you do not know how to ollie yet. Now, I suggest before you try any actual tricks, you learn how to push and roll around on a skateboard. I have a whole video that I will hopefully remember to link at the end of this video, but if I forget, you can always just search how to roll on a skateboard on YouTube, and I'm sure my video will come up. Or I think it's how to skateboard, like how to skateboard for beginners. Either way, learn how to roll on a skateboard. That being said, trick 1, I don't know what this is called. Let's just call this the jump to board. I think I have a whole video about this. Day 1, the first time I ever tried to do any sort of skateboarding, I did this trick. It's very easy. You can slip out, so if you do not feel comfortable trying this on concrete, I suggest you just try it in the grass. That'll hold you, or carpet, if you have some carpet you don't care about too much, to get a little dirty in your house. But you're gonna put your feet 1 foot underneath each truck, okay? So when you ideally land this, you'll be on the grip tape and it'll be over each truck, and that'll give you maximum stability. What am I saying? Maximum balanceability. All right, so what you're gonna do is I'm gonna jump up and I'm going to, with my feet, flip the board over halfway and land on it right side up. It was sloppy, but I did do it. There we go. You don't have to call it the baby leaf trick. Just call it the jump to board. I don't know, jump to standing. I don't know what to call it. It's a trick that you can do day 1 that is really easy and it's a confidence booster. And then you can do more advanced stuff with it. You could go like this. That's actually super hard. Next try I did it. But that was a new move for me. That's the fantastic thing about skateboarding, is that you just think of something and then you can create it right there. I thought it was actually kind of hard, but I didn't think I could do it, and then I suddenly did it. So don't give up. That's another moral of this. So real quick things, if you're having trouble doing this, as when you jump, you actually kind of use your toes. I'm gonna jump up and I use my toes to kind of push this over and place my foot on it immediately. Your feet don't actually leave the skateboard when you do this. And if you try this a few times, you're gonna feel it more and more. Another thing is that sometimes they'll go like this. You have to jump over the board. And this is why I highly suggest trying this in the grass, because you could land like this and go like that. So if you're not comfortable, you could fall back and unfortunately hit different parts of your body. So it's kind of important to jump up over the skateboard as you're trying this. There you go. See, even sloppy, it makes it happen. If you just confidently jump up and use your toes to push it over, that's the secret to your success with this trick. Hey guys, before I get on to the next part, if you want to see more videos like this, or just want to see a bunch of wacky skateboarding / lifestyle things that are happening in my life, hit the subscribe button. I do videos all the time, and that would mean a lot to me if you did. Now let's keep talking about skateboarding tricks. So the next one is called when I grew up, I called it an acid drop, but then there's a lot of like vert skateboarders that are like, you are wrong. So you can call it a caveman, you can call it an acid drop, you can call it jumping on your skateboard as you hold it, because that's what you're doing. So I'm gonna hold it with the nose, and I'm just gonna jump forward and place my feet on the board. This might take a couple tries to get down, especially if you're kind of wobbly on your skateboard, but really the important thing is that you hold your skateboard out, okay? If you hold it too close, you could accidentally kick it as you jump, and then your skateboard's not gonna be where you want it to be when you actually go to try to land on it. So hold it out a little bit, and then with your front foot, get it up to the top, and that kind of flattens it out, and then that lets your back foot come to where it needs to be. And again, with all tricks in skateboarding, you're typically trying to land right over the bolts, okay? See these? So watch again. I guess, you know what, I know I said the front foot kind of like levels it out, but I'm kind of doing that with my hand. I kind of extend it as I'm like jumping forward, and so just get the feel of it. Sometimes your foot does some of the work, a lot of times my hand does it. As you get better at this trick and practice it, you'll understand the mechanics of it. It's really not that hard, and you can take it to taller stuff when you get comfortable with it on flat ground. There you go. That is the acid drop caveman, the board grab thingy, air, roll away trick. All right, so the next one is kind of similar to this, except you're not using your hands. I don't know if I should have put this first, but to me, I think an acid drop is a little more secure because you have the board. When you're jumping onto a board, come on, let's go over here. This actually gets you better at taking impact if you do it on something at elevation. If you don't want to try that, you can always just do it on the ground, which is probably easier than an acid drop. I just kind of like having the acid drop in my hand. That's why I said that first. After you get used to jumping on your skateboard like that, and the same thing, you're trying to aim your feet right on the bolts and then just roll away. Alright, so that is the jump to ride. I don't even know jump to land. They're tricks that I don't even know the names of them, but they're very simple and important things that can make you feel successful in your day-to-day. I personally, to this day, I still try to do one trick that is either new to me, new at the spot that I'm skating, or something that just makes me feel good that I accomplished something. So all these tricks, whether it's the jump to land, those can all work like this. With this, some things that could go wrong is that you're just going too fast and you accidentally land on the front or the tail. So just be mindful, and if this is scaring you in any aspect, start very small. Literally just stand in front of the board and jump on it. And then maybe step back a little bit. And so until you are confident enough where you'd be jumping off something like this and impressing people. Because when people see you doing that, TikTok followers, I don't know what I'm saying. All right, so this one is a little more advanced because we're gonna have to ride off of an object, but this is a jump to grind. And I could teach you how to roll off an object, but to me, that's not really necessarily a trick as far as a maneuver. Unless you're ollieing off of it, then it's totally a trick. But a jump to grind is something, if you find a low enough obstacle, you can just roll off, and I will show you. So we're gonna set the skateboard up on the box like this. Your local skate park should have one, and it's just like the jump to land and roll away. You're gonna aim your feet right here and treat it exactly like you just did on the ground, except you're gonna feel the metal grinding against your truck right there. And this will get you used to the feeling of grinding and open up a whole new world for you. So let's just land this real fast. All right, so did you see how when I came off the ledge, my front truck kind of stayed in the air a little bit? I did that by applying pressure to my tail, which is kind of like going like this and holding the nose up in the air to wait for my back truck to get ready to land it. If you can't do this, watch what happens on a low box like this when I don't do that. So this is actually borderline too tall for that, because if you feel it scrape the bottom of your board, that's when you can get caught up and you could fall. But if you find a box low enough to do what I just did, that's an okay way to land this trick. And then as you get more comfortable with this, you can attempt to just apply a little bit of pressure to your tail and pull up and make it look a little snazzier. Now, some things that could go wrong with this is that it just doesn't grind. So if you're at the skate park and the box isn't grinding, if you apply a little bit of wax, and people at the skate park, if they're nice enough and they have it, just ask them. Usually everyone's cool, they can let you wax something. Don't put too much, you know, you don't want to like hurt somebody because something's super slick. But so I'm gonna get a little piece of golf wax. We actually sell this at our online skate shop. If you don't have time, just stop by at any grocery store. Golf wax is fantastic. But we sell really good skate wax using that same type of formula right at our online skate shop. Don't worry about it. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of wax. And if you don't, if someone doesn't like you waxing the box of the park, you can always just wax your truck. That'll help out a little bit. That's one reason why it won't be grinding. Really, that's if you're landing with your feet on the board and it's sticking and you're going forward, try leaning back ever so slightly. But sometimes if something's just not grinding, maybe try a different obstacle that grinds with ease to learn this trick. Oh, I tapped my tail. And then you could of course take it to bigger obstacles. There you go. That was the fourth trick. The fifth trick is easily the hardest one, but I feel like it's important because it'll get you ready to skate a skate park. About dropping in, which I do have a video. I probably have a video of a lot of these tricks specifically, but I wanted to put all this in one big package for you. Dropping in, you're just gonna, even street skating, you're gonna have inclines and upclines. Incline is an upcline. Wow. Inclines and declines, even in street skating. So a drop in would be this. And ultimately, you'll be doing that on a quarter pipe, which we have a baby quarter pipe right over there, which we'll get to it. But first, I highly suggest you do it on a bank. Now, there's a few different things you should do if you're not feeling super comfortable enough to try that straight out. Number one is roll into the bank. And if you're wobbly legged and this feels crazy, make sure your feet are spread out, okay? That gives you a little more stability and able to keep your balance better. So we're just gonna do one push, feet spread out, and roll down. Now, the second thing, for when you're ready to actually throw your truck down and roll down, if you go down a bank at a slight angle, it kind of like lets you take the bank at a longer pace, which will make the steepness a little easier to take. So I'm gonna go like this. And that just makes it, like I said, if the bank is feeling steep or scary, if you do it at a slight angle like that, it's a little easier to try. And when you've done that, go right back to our original drawing board. And the important thing is you lean forward and you throw those wheels down, okay? If you throw those wheels down and don't lean forward, then you're gonna slip backwards. You just gotta kind of throw your shoulder into it and smack the wheels down. So after that, you're gonna tackle the monster that is dropping on a quarter pipe. This is a fantastic quarter pipe. If you're somehow in this room with me, you can do it on this. But hopefully your skate park has something like this, or someone has one in a driveway. The same thing I just told you about dropping into that. Lean forward and throw those wheels down. You have to make sure these wheels make contact. It might be scary to do this, but it is much safer. When you don't do that, you're gonna slip backwards, it's gonna get funky, and I know your brain's like, no, you can't do this, but you have to get the wheels down. If you're not ready to do it, practice it on a bank. Don't go to the quarter pipe unless you're ready to lean in and smack your wheels down. That's drop again. You're gonna mess up with this a few times and it's gonna be scary, but once you get used to this trick, you'll be a natural at it and your balance in general will be upgraded on a skateboard. Okay, so there's the 5 tricks. Guys, it is very important to make, even in all things in life, not just skateboarding, it is very important to have goals and reach them and set another goal. That is called growth, that is called productivity, and in skateboarding, with it being such a difficult thing, to have these little steps for yourself before you do something as basic as an ollie. As easy as you think that trick is, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of coordination, and it's tough. So having these little victories along the way go a long way. I hope you like that. I'm gonna skateboard around here for a second, do some tricks, and you can see what, if you keep skating, what you could eventually do, and do it even better than me, because I'm a weird cowboy on this thing, but I have fun with it. So yeah, I hope that helped. If you like this sort of thing, let me know, and I will do more videos like this. I've done tons of tutorial videos, but just the thought of, like, you know, getting a younger generation into skateboarding and helping that out in any aspect and helping the activity grow. Skateboarding changed my life, and I know it can do the same for everyone else, so I'm just trying to help out. Let me know, and I'll try to wrap my brain around some different types of videos that I haven't already done that I could do. Let's do a kickflip on that hip. I thought I was gonna wheel bite so much when rolling away from that. There you guys go. I guess the 50-50 front board was a new thing for me, just because it's a new obstacle, but I've done that trick. But I am finally feeling good on my skateboard again, so I love it. Either way, I hope the video actually helped you guys. If you're a beginner skateboarder, just skate every day and set new goals. If you would be interested in skateboarding, we have you here at the online skate shop, theshredquarters.com. This is home, and we have an awesome family here that takes care of you guys, all your orders. We put a personal love and care into each one and send them to you immediately the next business day, and it's such a cool world. If you have a local shop, hopefully they'll do the same thing for you. Please support them, and they can always carry our gear, but if not, we are here for you. And I have a video on how to pick a skateboard when you're first starting out too, but maybe I'll revisit that. I don't know. I've done all these videos so long ago in the past that I'm thinking about redoing, like doing new 2020 versions of them. Thank you guys for watching. If you hit the subscribe button if you want to see more from me, I'll stop babbling. You guys have a fantastic day. Subscribe or buy. It used to be die, and then I got older, and like, it's just an old guy telling people to die. A little weird. Don't die, live. Die to live. I'm dying to live. It's a good skate video. See, another thing is we do not waste here. So even like things like this, like we of course recycle and whatnot, but at the same time, I'm not against making a cardboard airplane. You never hear about people making that. And you think it would be hard to fold cardboard, not wasting anything today. This is what John Cena would do. It kinda did work. Let's do it again.